It's part of life, right? So tell us, let's start from the beginning. When we talk about the whole life plan, what exactly are we getting into?
All right. Okay. Thank you. So the Britam whole life plan, or whole life insurance in general, is life insurance protection for your family and your dependents. Yep. So I think that's one of the key differences of life insurance compared to, let's say, for example, if you're investing in a money market fund or something, where you're investing for yourself or retirement planning for yourself. Now, this one, you're making sure that your people, in the unfortunate event of you passing on maybe early on, at a younger age, you're able to provide for them. So what are the things we're talking about providing? We have daily living expenses. Rent must be paid, food must be bought, children must go to school, and also the little and things that people enjoy about life. Holidays must continue. So what you do is you buy a coverage amount, life cover. So let's say 5 million or to 100 million. And probably I could add, how do you determine how much, for lack of better, is my life worth? All right. So usually a rule of thumb is say, look at around 4 to 8 years of your annual salary is a good amount to think about how much you need to cover.
4 to 8 years.
Yes, depending on your ability to pay. Yeah. So think about that range. That's a good number to think about. So if that 4 to 8 years ends up to, let's say, like 20 million, then that's the good coverage amount you should buy, so that in case you pass on, then your family is paid out that 20 million, and they can be able to appropriately manage that money over the long term to make sure they have they have money for their daily living expenses. So whole life, one of the unique differences compared to other things we call like term life assurance is it does not expire. So pay for a certain period of time. You can pay one-off if you want, and then you can also pay for 10 years, 15 years, or 20 years. Then you stop the payments. Then you're on cover for the rest of your life. That way, even if you live to 100, then your children or your grandchildren have money to help them take off from a certain point. Things these days are quite expensive. So even think about owning a home. So you can set up your children for that, for example, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. So, we live in a very interesting demography as Africans, So we're here, we're being told whole life plan is great for you because it is helping the generations to come. You've set them up for prosperity pretty much. I hustled, I did the grind, but I'm here making sure that, my future is secured, ecosete. But we also find a demography that doesn't want to talk about life insurance. They just don't want to pick it up because, like Ndu said, we don't want to talk about death. Why is that the case?
I think that's one of probably I would say there are many things that we have that within our society that impact why the life insurance uptake is low in Kenya. And that is part of our culture. We are afraid to talk about death and openly and plan for it, and because it's been a taboo. But I can see probably we're making strides in terms of thinking about how can we be able to have that conversation openly, especially when we see those who've gone, especially you've got very prominent families, and you can see how their children fight over their parents' property. So I think the question is, do you want our children to be friends and work together after we part, or do you want them to be enemies? So I think that's one of the things about maybe we need to inculcate maybe in our values today and say, how do I make sure that if I go or when I go, that my family is at peace and everyone is happy with what they get? Yes.
Okay, so let's take a couple steps back. So now, understanding what the whole life plan is, understanding why maybe people are worried talking about it, what do you do at Britam?
Myself as Dennis.
Oh, as Dennis and
as Dennis Mworia.
As Dennis Mworia.
Oh, okay, we got to clarify that.
As Dennis Mworia. All right. So Okay, a bit of an introduction. So, Dennis Mworia. So, I am the general manager for business development. So, I oversee basically the sales and distribution revenue growth for Britam Life for the life insurance and pensions business. So, we've got many solutions across the board, even outside our life insurance business. So, within the life insurance business, we've got pensions and retirement savings. So, we can have a conversation about that. We also can have about education planning. Savings for other goals that you may think about, let's say buying a car, a house, or any other area of interest that you may have. And then, of course, we have life insurance here we're talking about today, whole life being one of the products, and we've got what do you call it, other term life products as well. Okay, but also you have got other financial solutions like money market funds,
right?
Insuring your vehicle, insure your home. If you do travel, we do offer also travel insurance as well. So any types of insurance that you can think of, we have them available. So even if you have a plane, we got you.
Yeah, Dennis has a plane. So when you imagine these different sectors that the insurance then is able to offer in Kenya, what's the uptake of insurance at the moment, and is it encouraging or discouraging?
Oh, the numbers, when you look at them at a global level, they're quite discouraging. Penetration overall, I think, is way less than 3% for both what you call property and life insurance combined.
Of the Kenyan population?
Of the Kenyan percent of GDP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So the amount of money we spend on premium versus the annual income for the national, for the entire country. Yes. So it is not encouraging, but we are far better than a few other countries. We are not the worst, but the other countries which are doing far much better, especially in Africa. Of course, South Africa usually is the leading country around there. But Kenya is not too far, but we still have a long way to go in terms of making sure that we do able to provide financial security for ourselves. Yes.
Why do you think that is? Sorry, Dennis. Apart from the whole life plan, if we don't want to talk about death, but why do you think it is that folks are not thinking about taking and putting away something for later?
So, one, let me put it, 4 key things that I would say that are the major one is around affordability. So when it comes to prioritizing the wallet for the average Kenyan, of course, you've got food and now the popular topic of fuel and other things. But though affordability has been an issue, despite this year, even previous years, it's been an issue. So that's one of the main areas around that. The next one is around trust. So are you sure we will pay this money that we promised? Okay, I think that's a big thing that we do need to work on, either from also an awareness perspective and also from ourselves as in this industry to provide that comfort. And we also able to demonstrate that we do pay. So usually it is best to be referred to an underwriter or provider who does make sure that they are paid. All right. The other one is let me call it general awareness about what are the benefits of life insurance or any type of insurance. And I think we're very well informed about banking, what do you call about it, investments. Those ones, I think the Kenyan population is doing a good job, or we are ahead in that. But risk management, protecting what I have, is becomes a difficult conversation. But we do need to work on the awareness in that area. So I think in the long term, there's an opportunity to make sure that we do align all these different gaps that we do have. So making sure that there's good information, we address the trust issue, and also as an industry work on affordable, relatable products that the average Kenyan can buy. And that's why we are here today.
So let's talk about different types of insurance. To just lay the case,